My brother ditched us for his fiance's lifestyle. Now he doesn't want us at his wedding.
Sorry, I'm too rich and famous for you now.
A little bit of background. I, 36 female, have twin siblings, 30 female and 30 male. We were very close growing up. I did a lot of the parenting of them due to dad having terminal cancer and mom having to be his carer. By the way, this comes from examination number 6479. And if you want to spit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, when dad passed away when we were 20 and 14, it brought us even closer together. We leaned on each other always. Went to festivals and gigs together every year and were actively involved in each other's lives until about 18 months ago. Wow. I would also like to point out that he has invited all of my stepfather's family from Scotland, some of whom he hasn't seen or spoken to for 7 years. I believe this is referring to the brother now who's getting married.
I mean, Scottish ties, they run deep.
Mm-hmm. Invited all of them to the day, but not our local uncles, mom's brothers, both of which played a huge part in supporting us whilst dad was poorly. They have also excluded our mom from wedding dress shopping, despite her offering to help financially with the wedding. And our stepfather was gutted to learn that he has now decided against kilts for the men. He's a proud Scotsman, and he has been left out of suit shopping also. That sucks.
Dude, no kilts for the Scots?
Fun.
What are we doing?
Dude. Am I overreacting or am I justified in being upset? I am seriously considering not attending at all at this point. Would that make me an a-hole? Also, for information, our sister, his twin, was supposed to be his best woman and hasn't been given a +1. She's also considering either stepping down or not attending at all. And there is a long edit, so we'll stop there.
Guys, firstly, have we spoken to brother?
Yeah, that's my question.
Have
we communicated this anger?
Have we discussed
Yeah.
what we want to see here?
Have you given him a list of demands and said, unless these are met, I'm not going to the wedding?
Kilts for all Scots.
Kilts for
Mandatory.
Scots. Scots for kilts.
And he's most upset that the uncles aren't invited? The other uncles?
OP is upset about that, I believe.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the main point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think at that point...
Well, we got uncles aren't invited. No kilts for Scots. The sister who is the best woman can't bring a +1, which is bonkers.
That's the only thing I've heard so far that would, I think, justify a threat to back out. I think realistically, the uncle stuff is probably not ideal, but I don't know. I think you pulling out of the wedding would just make everything a bigger deal.
But there is an edit. My sister is recovering from an ED and has worked hard to recover. Dee has told her that she has to wear the same dress as the maid of honor, and the maid of honor is choosing the dress. The maid of honor is a very different body type to A, and is A, I guess, the sister? Let's call her Alyssa.
Yeah, okay.
And an ill-fitting dress, which she would have to pay for, would set her back months, if not a year, in recovery. This is another reason she is thinking of stepping down. Would I be the a-hole? And edit to add information. IED, I mean eating disorder, not erectile dysfunction. She has struggled with this since she was around 5. Wow. But thanks to our amazing NHS and incompetent GP, we were told children cannot get eating disorders. So she was only diagnosed officially around 2 years ago. She has worked amazingly hard to get to a better place, but this is a lifelong struggle, and we all try very hard to help her stay healthy. Or I thought we all did. She's amazing, and I am her biggest cheerleader, and that's why it hurts so much that not everyone has her health in mind. This is my brother's first relationship. I don't know if this explains more about his thinking and unwillingness to voice his own opinions and personality. I'm unsure if he is worried about losing what took him so long to find. My mom is a hard one to explain. There's always been an element of favoritism for the only boy. My sister and I grew up in the knowledge that our brother was the golden child and could do no wrong. I feel my mom is grieving for the relationship she once had with Dee. And let's call him Daniel. Myself and my sister have always had a difficult relationship with her. She loves us, and we know she does, but there is always a little bit of woe is me, I can't do anything right, when we try to speak to her about how we feel.
Yeah, I feel like that's a common thing for
Classic
most moms.
Yeah, I'm just a terrible mother.
They know how to play that card.
Yeah.
They play it well.
They play it a lot. She seems to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. She wants to stand up for us girls and for what she feels is right, but also does not want to risk losing what little relationship she still has with my brother. Mom's brother is the other sad part of this. Earlier in 2024, he was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer that had spread rapidly through his body. He's already very weak and will almost certainly not make it to the wedding day. All three of us have a brilliant relationship with him. He took me to my first football match and sparked a lifelong love for my team. And we have all cried with my mom about this. I think she was hoping for at least a symbolic invite to the wedding, but that hasn't happened either. But you know what should happen? You watching full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left. Do you have any final thoughts on this?
I mean, honestly, final thoughts? I'm canceling the wedding because, dude, like, you didn't let the Scotsmen wear kilts. Why are we even inviting the Scots at that point?
It's like, if you're not going to let the Scots wear kilts, then get out of Scotland, you know?
Don't
I know they're not in Scotland.
All the Scots.
Metaphorically.
You know, what are we doing? Not inviting the terminally ill father?
Or brother, I believe, the uncle.
Oh, uncle.
Yeah, it's mother's brother. Mm-hmm. Also super messed up.
Super messed up.
I mean, this is a person who's not going to be around for a long period of time. Even if he couldn't necessarily make it to the wedding, just as OP said, like, just having that symbolic invite of saying, like, we want you to be there and we understand if your health does not permit you to, but yeah. It's just being invited to things that's nice sometimes, even if you know someone's busy.
It's true, even if you don't go.
My sister has decided that when she is less upset, she will write him a letter to explain how she is feeling. She's a very good and emotive writer and feels that she can edit and explain herself better in writing than in person, as she will get flustered and forget to mention things when she gets upset. I will update if and when my sister sends her letters to him and with his reaction. And there are some comments to finish this story off. Comment 1, is your partner upset she wasn't invited? If so, don't go. OP says, my partner is blissfully happy in most circumstances in life, and that's why we are happy. I feel that I am more frustrated by the inequality of it all, and I am even more angry and sad for my sister than myself and my partner, as we are older and have had more life experience and understand that some things aren't worth the fight or the argument, but she is his twin. They have always been amazingly close and supportive for each other and have always said cradle to the grave, so for this to be ripping them apart is heartbreaking. That is really, especially because OP said that they were so close up until 18 months ago.
Yeah.
And the bond between like twins especially, I'm sure.
Yeah, this
messed
bad.
up, dude. Messed up. Comment 2, not the a-hole, but I hope you can stay in some contact with him in case she's abusive. If he ever decides to leave, he may need to have someone in his corner. OP says the door will always be open for him. I would never turn him away. I've told both of my siblings before, no matter what, I will always leave the light on for you. Aww. Comment 3, not the a-hole. Your poor mom. She must be heartbroken over how her youngest son is behaving towards his family. Please go if your sister decides to remain as best woman. She'll need you. Also suggest to her to get the dress altered to fit her body properly. She needs to look amazing in photos. Your brother is being an absolute a-hole. Don't lower yourself to his level. They may be of a higher socioeconomic bracket, but that doesn't equate to class. And OP says, I will absolutely be there to support her if she goes, regardless of my opinions on the matter. I will make sure she looks amazing and, most importantly, feels amazing. And I will make sure that we all have an amazing day. And that is the end of that story.
I mean, that's about all you can do at that point. Like,
it doesn't seem like you've had a conversation yet with her brother.
Yeah.
So
what's up with that?
Try it. Yeah, if you have, cool. But if you haven't, attempt that. See if you can get him to change his mind on any things and just tell him how you feel and how your family feels.
Start with the kilts.
Yeah, start with the kilts.
Start there.
Work small.